guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. For today's video, we are continuing Better Call Saul with Season 2, Episode 3, Amarillo. So Amarillo is a city in Texas, and I literally have nothing else to say. You know what? I really don't know. I feel like we are very caught up in where Saul's journey is. I'm sorry, Jimmy's journey, where he is still Jimmy. And things are definitely changing for him. He does feel out of place, and he still does resort to like slippin' Jimmy tactics, and he kind of likes that way of life. But we're gonna see how he's gonna transition to Saul. So I feel like we're kind of in the middle of that, and we're continuing the story. We're gonna see what's going on with like the Sandpiper case, and we're gonna continue. I don't really have anything else to say, so let's get into it. If you guys are interested in watching my full-length reaction, be sure to check out my Patreon. I'll link it down below in the description. Without further ado, let's continue with today's episode. Who dis? Alright, we're in the Lone Star State. Yes, Jimmy. He really looks like Doug Dimmadome. He's embracing the Texan spirit. I respect it.
You got 5 minutes.
I love that he's doing these unorthodox methods.
Mrs. Alma Mae Urbano is on board. Alma Mae Urbano.
Never get rid of the slippin' Jimmy, huh?
There you are.
Always in him.
My name's Jimmy. I tried to visit you at Sandpiper, but they wouldn't allow me to.
My last name is McGill, but you can call me Jimmy.
Do you recall responding to a mailer from my law firm, Davis and Main?
I don't know.
Well, we were looking to help any Sandpiper residents who may have been overcharged. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, maybe. Was it yellow?
It's canary yellow.
He really does have a way with people.
I'm here to make sure you get your money back.
Who took Alma Mae's money?
And thank you for asking, Mr.
Amos Lydecker.
Now, nobody took anybody's money exactly. See, what we're talking about here is more of it's just a discrepancy.
Fairly innocent, but we need to fix it. Let's say you're out on a date with your boyfriend. You do have a boyfriend, right?
Do you have a nephew?
Yes, Steve.
Okay, Steve. Is he a good guy?
Yeah, very good.
So let's say you and Steve go out to dinner. Both of you have a great meal. Here comes the check. Wait a doggone $24 for a side of buttermilk biscuits? That doesn't sound right now, does it?
Why is he sounding like that? I love that he's adding character to it.
You send your nephew Steve to talk to the manager, and naturally, the manager corrects the mistake. Same kind of thing as what happened at Sandpiper Crossing. Getting overcharged by some great big company, even if it was an accident.
I like that he's framing it as it wasn't malicious for them.
Sometimes it's just easier if you get your nephew Steve to go take care of it for you. And that's how I want you to think of me.
Wait, why did that bring like a tear to my eye? I feel like it felt like he genuinely cared. And the way he explained it to them, he didn't want Sandpiper to look like these villainous people who clearly were overcharging on purpose. He doesn't want to paint a bad picture, and he doesn't want to upset the elderly.
How about we move on to client outreach?
Jimmy, you still with us?
Yes.
Over 200 new Sandpiper clients signed over the past 3 weeks. Well done, Jimmy.
Right now, we're in the process of mapping out the entire Southwest.
Howard's proud of him. I'm really liking that development.
We have an excellent shot at a solid batch of plaintiffs for the classes in each district.
Excellent.
Sorry, before we move on, I'd like to go back to client outreach just for a moment.
Do something.
Really astonishing results, Jimmy. Your last trip to Amarillo, you came back with 22 new clients.
He's
24.
How did you do it?
How many people out there actually responded to our direct mailer?
One.
Hey, Mrs. Alma Mae Urbano, you got 24 new clients from this one response?
Chuck, why are you trying to do that?
I did not solicit.
I'm just wondering how you account for your success, because it will definitely raise eyebrows over at Schweikert and Coakley. I'm sorry, but it will.
Oh my god, that's a low blow. That is such a low blow, Chuck.
Chuck, I'm sure that
He really...
if you could clear this up, that would be helpful.
I went to Amarillo to confer with a client. As many of you are aware, I've visited more than my share of retirement homes. These are close-knit communities. Let me tell you, word gets around real fast.
So these other 23 residents, they approached you.
Cliff, they heard the scuttlebutt before I crossed state lines. I gotta tell you, with all that in mind, I should have done better.
I love that he turned it around on Chuck like that. I love that.
Chuck?
Chuck tried to
We good to
back
move on?
Jimmy into a corner, and Jimmy found his way out.
It makes sense to designate someone to handle the scheduling. What I'm proposing is that we create a small team at D&M dedicated specifically to
no.
coordinate.
Excuse me for interrupting. I just want to say that I take Chuck's point. This is like a wife of Caesar type thing. There can't even be a hint of solicitation. So I'm going to pull back. I'll find
Chuck.
another way to proceed.
Well, Jimmy, we'll leave that up to you.
I like that people are so trusting they won't steal each other's phones. I know it's an office, but still.
Man, do you believe Chuck in there? Jesus, solicitation.
What happened in Texas?
I did my job.
You didn't do a song and dance in the day room for the old timers?
No.
She knows he did a slippin' Jimmy tactic.
You know solicitation can get you disbarred. This matters.
24 senior citizens now have representation. Before I went, they didn't even know they were getting ripped off.
I
Now
love
they
that.
have us in their corner. How is that not a win?
It's an unorthodox method,
You said in there you'd find another way.
but at the end of the day, he's helping the elderly.
I put myself on the line to get you this job.
So what, you threw me a bone?
No, asshole. You know I believe in you. But then I made my beliefs known to them. And now everything you do reflects back on me. With Howard, it's my word, it's my judgment. You and I both know you can do this job. But please, you just have to do it right.
Jimmy's got his own tactics. He's not used to playing by the rules. He's creative like that.
That should get you through to next month.
Mike, thank you. But you shouldn't feel that you need to.
Too late.
He wants to help.
Feels like something's up. You tell me it's none of my business, I'll drop it.
Last 2 nights, I heard gunshots. My first thought was firecrackers. I mean, that's what I assumed at the time. But then last night, there's no mistaking it. There was 3 of them. They were quick.
You call the cops?
Took them over an hour to get here. Then they looked around for a whole 2 minutes. But by then, of course, there was nothing to see.
I'm staying here tonight.
That's not
No,
necessary.
It is not a problem. I'll take the couch.
Please don't make me sorry. I told you.
He just wants to keep you safe.
What about Colorado Springs?
283 residents,
Yeah, and how many response cards came back?
0.
How are we gonna do this
Son
the
of
right
a
way?
bitch. Cliff, could I have a second? Yeah, we should be getting responses of like 12 to 15%, but we're getting 1s and 2s. In Colorado Springs, 0. Thinking it's the staff. They're tossing the mailers before they can reach the residents, which would be actionable as hell.
If we could prove it, big if. Guess you better think of another way.
I think I got it. TV commercial. They always leave 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. free. Why? Murder, She Wrote. 3:14 p.m., end of the first act, cliffhanger. First commercial up, Davis and Maine.
We ran a commercial a few years back, another class action case. It's not exactly my go-to, but generally speaking, I'm open to it.
I love that he's open to it. Oh my god, I love that he's open to it. That he's not hard-headed, he's open to different avenues and taking different paths. That's so important for someone who's clearly running this case or helps run it.
If you or a family member have been diagnosed with mesothelioma or related conditions, mesothelioma is a rare lung
We need
disease
a
usually
friendly
associated with
face.
exposure to asbestos.
We need Jimmy on the screen.
Remember, they worked real hard to get that just right.
To get what just right?
The swirl, kind of nebulous, but not too nebulous.
Not
Then
actual
there was the
messages,
issue of
I
the
think.
speed. I remember there were a lot of meetings about that.
There were meetings about it. The swirl. The speed of the swirl.
Cliff signed off on this?
The partners were very happy.
I think whatever happened to showmanship?
Yeah, right? That's not gonna bring callers in. We're gonna impress them.
Two ass clowns act like the professionals your
college
parents are
dudes.
paying for you to become. This one is the Alpine Shepherd boy. It's for her nephew. So come, join me. This is a golden opportunity, especially for you guys, because it's going to play all around the Southwest. So who knows what it could lead to?
Better really do $100 each.
What is it with you and money?
Saving up for a VX2000.
What's with you and money? Better lead to $100.
Wells, Fellini, Bergman, the biggies, all 3 of them, to a man, worked in the highly lucrative, creatively rewarding field of advertising. And tonight, we join them. We open on Granny. The camera moves towards her.
Dolly.
A dolly.
See a dolly here?
You guys didn't bring a dolly?
Nope, no dolly.
You didn't ask for a dollar.
Gotta ask, dude. Dolly's extra.
It's true.
Okay, no dolly. She's clutching at a tattered shawl. They turn the heat off on her, these evil bastards. Okay, it's a oneer, and it's shot in glorious black and white. We can do that, right?
Yeah. So that's it? Old lady in the chair?
It's your commercial.
That's your commercial?
Does anybody like you?
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. McGill.
Does anybody like you? What a response. Ooh. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just still laughing at the response. Old lady in a chair. The delivery was spot on. I love that guy. He's really funny. Ooh, we got a sandwich. Kind of making me hungry. Was there just cheese? I didn't see no meat. I barely saw any cheese. Is this just a cheese sandwich? What is your diet? Open the sandwich. I figure it's the same sandwich from the other day, but there was no deli meat in it. Somebody's just trying to keep the rent prices down. Just firing off shots into the air every few days. Newspapers. Someone's delivering newspapers in the middle of the night? Stayed up all night. Went to work for a full day.
Hey, honey, what's happening? What happened? Where's Kaylee?
Oh, she's at school. She's fine. She doesn't know about it. It's up there. It's right up there. You do see it, right?
I see it. What time did you hear the shots?
2:13 this morning. I looked at the clock.
I'm thinking outside the box, but you think maybe it's possible that you dreamed it?
Didn't dream it because I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Okay.
I was here and you weren't.
I believe you.
Mike, why can't you just... You got your own tactics. I believe in how you're doing this, Mike.
That's it. We're getting you and Kaylee out of this house. End of story.
Something else is going on. Something's really bothering her. Something's stressing her out. She's just projecting, and it's making her think it's bullets.
You ever wonder about these things?
What things?
This. They're in every corporate department in the world.
Don't be jealous of my big bowl of balls. It's unbecoming. You're 86 years old. You're resident of Sandpiper.
Oh, I feel like it's gonna be terrible. I don't know what to expect, though.
You're watching your favorite TV program. What's this? There's been another murder in Cabot Cove. Once again, Jessica Fletcher has to put aside the novel she's been writing and assist law. The killer left behind a cryptogram and commercial.
My husband and I scrimped and saved for so many years. After Ronald passed, I moved to an assisted living facility. They told me they'd take care of everything, but then one day they said all my money was gone. Where did it all go?
That's not a real tear, is it?
If you or a loved one is a resident of a Sandpiper Crossing facility, you may be eligible to receive compensation. For a free consultation, call the law offices of Davis and Maine.
Wow, that was great, actually. I would call if I was
You made that?
eligible.
It looks professional.
It looks great, right?
If I were an 86-year-old Sandpiper resident, I'd be dialing.
Same.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe Davis and Maine went for it.
Well, why wouldn't he be?
No, it's fantastic.
I feel like he's fighting with himself. Should he do it the right way or the Jimmy way?
Thursday at 11 on the conference room. Very good. Thank you.
Colorado Springs, Colorado. Yeah, I'd like the number for KKTV Channel 11. Omar, what's the cutoff for FedEx? I need to get a package out. Toot sweet.
You're not gonna have him. You're not gonna have him take a look at it. He's not gonna sign off on the commercial.
So, ladies in fine fettle, you can have one of the girls trim her nails if you like.
No, some other time. What do you got from me?
Bodyguard job, $200.
What else?
I know a loan shark always needs enforcement and recovery. Most of the time, we're just talking intimidation, strictly verbal.
I'm not breaking legs. What else?
You want next level pay? You gotta do next level work.
I respect where you're coming from on this thing, but that's just how it goes.
Hardcore vet. What the heck? Why does the vet have intel on the darkness of this world, the dark side?
Give me the bodyguard, John.
For 200? Call you with the wear in the wind.
Little doggy. I don't know why Jimmy wouldn't want to just show the tape.
So everybody knows.
They know. Every line starting with 7700 has been rerouted to the bullpen.
So if you're on a call and another call comes in, the call doesn't go to an answering machine, right? Because it's very important. Old people don't like talking to robots.
They'll roll over to Maida. After that, Julian, and then Barbara and Yvonne.
Time do you have?
Why do I feel like it's not
Quarter
gonna
after.
work?
It should be running now, right?
And then he's gonna resort back to Slippin' Jimmy tactic.
Colorado Springs, come on.
Good afternoon, Davis and Main attorneys at law. How may we help you? Yes, ma'am, that is unfortunate.
Yes, that is.
Good afternoon, Davis and Main.
Wait, it's going off the hook. Do we even have that many lines? Wait, this is not what we expected.
Ma'am. We'll be happy to send an information packet right out to you.
The lines are blowing. Jimmy's a genius. Again, I need to have more faith. I don't have enough faith in Jimmy. I'm just always expecting the worst because that's what I expect from these shows. Just if I know that if I'm hopeful, I'll get my heart broken. So that's why I try to be like pessimistic / realistic.
Something came in this evening, and it's definitely next level pay.
But whatever it is, it's serious money. And the guy, he specifically asked for you.
Let me saw Nacho.
What is this weird fascination you have with stories of men trapped on the North Pole?
Ice Station Zebra is on the North Pole. The thing takes place on the South Pole. They literally could not be any more different.
It's the boss. Cliff! Jesus, you're still at the office.
You ran a commercial?
Yeah. The response has been...
You ran a commercial without ever showing it to me, without first consulting me and my partners. Did you actually think that was gonna
I
fly?
knew it.
I only ran it once.
You did tell me client outreach was my department.
Don't be disingenuous. This commercial, I take it my firm's name is mentioned?
Yeah.
Jesus. Howard said you were a little eccentric. He didn't tell me you were a goddamn arsonist.
Arsonist? What's so wrong with the commercial? I know it's without their permission.
We got 103 phone calls today.
8 o'clock, my office, with the partners, and we want to see this thing.
Cliff, when you see this...
I know you.
They don't even know what it looks like. Oh
Yeah,
God.
Cliff. Thank you. Okay, see ya.
Please tell me everything doesn't fall apart for Jimmy right now. Everything's
Golden
going so
boy.
well.
That's me.
I don't like seeing Jimmy get in trouble. Again, his methods are unorthodox. But he has a good heart and his intentions are all good and they show positive results. But he's got to play by the rules. It's like he has this habit of purposefully not playing by the rules.
Feeling cautious? You gonna tell me what we're doing here?
I knew it was
I've got a
Nacho.
problem.
Okay.
That's good.
This problem,
Is it a who or a what?
there's a guy. I need him to go away.
Who's the guy? Okay, well, Mike's timeline's about to get a little spicy. So with this episode, I feel like it was a perfect representation of the battle that Jimmy has within himself. Should I do it the orthodox way, play it by the book, or should I do it by the way that I think is right, the way that I want to? It just seems like no matter what he chooses, he keeps getting the short end of the stick in terms of like his decisions. I feel like when it comes down to like decisions he has to make, he almost always chooses something that's skirting the line, not because he has to, but because he wants to. I'm baffled that the fact that like Chuck is really going completely against Jimmy. I didn't expect that at all. I thought he wasn't supportive, but not that he was completely against Jimmy. So I was really sad to see. I feel like that behavior is going to continue, and Chuck is gonna like is gonna be someone who is completely standing in the way of Jimmy's success. Okay, Mike was told the news. I don't think he did it. He didn't do it yet. He's got to plan it. Okay, he did the job. He did the moida. Why did I think that he was gonna drink beer and then just eat frozen carrots, as if this was like his lounging around. Oh my god. That's okay. A lot worse than I would have thought. He's all swollen. I'm sorry, but props to the makeup department in the show. It looks so real.
My husband and I scrimped and saved for so many years.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. I want to see what they say about the commercial. They better love it. They have to love it. It's so good.
If you or a loved one is a resident of a sandpiper crossing facility,
You used your own voice?
All in, the whole thing costs.
Just
call the law
Oh,
offices
they're
of Davis
unhappy.
and Maine.
They are unhappy.
Production costs $647.
You
They're
think this is about money? You think that's what this is about?
I'm just trying to offer complete information here.
When exactly were you going to tell us about this experiment?
Today, this morning. For that, I apologize. We've gotten nearly 200 phone calls since this one airing.
Jimmy, stop selling.
And don't act like you don't see the problem here.
I don't.
You cut us out. You did an end run around us.
Exuberance is no excuse.
You can't do that. You work for them.
You and I did discuss the possibility of a commercial.
The possibility in the abstract for a grand total of 30 seconds when I was halfway out the door.
I took some initiative.
Some. Wow.
You made an entire commercial and aired it.
This is a team approach. You coming to us as a solo practitioner, I knew there's going to be a learning curve.
I am here to help you and HHM win Sandpiper.
We have clients who wouldn't want to be associated with this kind of this.
Our image,
So
our
they're
reputation
really that unhappy about
is
it.
something we've been carefully building for years. Something like this could damage it. The vote is currently 2-1 to fire you for cause.
Is Jimmy's about to get fired?
I believe in second chances. But no, this is both strike one and strike two. Going forward, you can expect a great deal more scrutiny.
It's kind of sad because he really thought what he was doing was right. But you gotta be a team player. You can't go over their heads like that.
You've reached the voicemail of Kim Wexler. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
I need you to call me as soon as you can.
I may have. Please call me before you talk to Howard, okay?
It's a simple question, Kim. Did you or did you not know about this commercial?
Oh, no.
Yes,
And you didn't say anything to anyone?
I didn't.
You didn't think I deserved a heads up?
At the time, I didn't think it was necessary.
Well, you were wrong about that.
He has such a different look to him now.
That'll be all.
It's like ruthless looking.
You can go.
Like he wouldn't mind putting Kim on the chopping block. Just the way he holds himself is completely different than how he was within the first season. It's weird to see him like this. Not the Chuck we know.
So what do you think? Tuco and me, that's our spot every Tuesday. We're here squaring accounts. Dealer comes in, pays what he owes. Tuco, he likes to get face to face.
Yeah, he does.
Looks him in the eyes, just stares like he's looking inside him.
Craziest look
I've
in
seen
his
him
eye.
go like that 5-10 minutes.
See, that's insane.
Calls it his lie detector. That's why these things go all day. Anyway, it takes hours. Like the cash, count it, lie detector. When we're done, Tuco gets in his car, I get in mine, we go our separate ways. That is where you come in. Pull up in the spot next to Tuco's. Pop, headshot, roll out.
Day or night when you wrap it up?
Day.
How exactly do I not get seen? Murphy's Law tells me somebody's gonna pull a plate.
Go to the yard, buy a beater. You gotta stay in the car. Ain't no one gonna see you.
Someone comes in behind me, I'm blocked.
Who's gonna pull in behind you?
Well, I'm guessing someone who likes tacos. What then? What's my exit?
You're not thinking this through, Nacho.
The details, that's what I'm paying you for.
You sure about this? Killing your partner, that's a bell you don't unring.
Yeah, that's a low, Nacho.
You see this? Back in '96, Tuco and I were working with these bikers out of Riverside County. They're running this peanut butter crank. And crank does not bring out the best in people. Make Tuco erratic.
Even more
Our
erratic than
connect
he already
was
is.
a guy called Dog Paulson.
Okay. Impossible.
Tuco's settling up with Dog. He decides to put on his lie detector. He thinks Dog is supplying his competitor trying to cut Tuco out.
I can hear that in Tuco's voice.
But suddenly he's got a sawed off and right in Dog's face. I was behind him. This, a piece of Dog's skull.
Oh.
I tried digging it out, but it's in there pretty good.
You can't just go to the
You know,
doctor and be
kind
like,
of thing you go to
there's...
the doctors for.
Oh. Thanks for answering that.
Tuco really liked Dog, but when he's using, and he's using again Crystal, much bigger kick.
I'd be
If
very
Tuco finds out
concerned
about my, independent
working with
ventures,
Tuco.
it's gonna be Dog all over again.
He's already erratic, and then you put him on drugs? This man is insane, going through the clouds, killing everybody. How has he not been caught with all the murders he's committed?
There. Man with a scoped rifle could get a clean shot, fire a single round, disappear before anybody knew what had happened.
You can make that shot?
Yeah. 50 grand.
50 grand.
Kill a person?
I'll look into
I
it.
feel like that's a really low amount. That's somebody's life on the line, and you're putting your entire life on the line as well. Maybe I just value like human life, several human lives a bit more, but that's two lives of everything.
Hey,
Your brother isn't here, Mr. McGill.
I know. He sent me to get his ink blotter. I'll just be a second. Oh, no.
Are you looking for Miss Wexler?
Guess I'm too late, huh?
No, she's still here.
Where?
They really fired her?
I am so sorry. I should have told you last night.
You think?
Howard can't just stick you in doc review because of something
they
I
didn't
did,
fire
plus
her, they
at an
just
entirely
changed her
different
desk.
law firm. What the
Right
hell
here.
kind of sense does that make?
I told you this would happen.
I just can't believe this is his go-to punishment for her. This is the second time.
This is total BS. I'm talking to him tonight.
Jimmy, no.
I'll explain it to him.
No! If you go to Howard, you and I, we're done.
So we're not done now?
I need this job. Could you please just go?
How long does she have to stay in doc? When does she get her desk back? Is this like a temporary thing or?
Chuck! Chuck? Chuck. Do you want me to get you to the hospital?
No.
Extra protection here.
He knows it'll comfort Chuck. Even after everything Chuck has
Here,
said
you know
and
what?
done to Jimmy.
Sit up.
Look at how much Jimmy is still trying. He's a really good brother. Jimmy has the patience of a saint. Now let's talk about Kim. What the F? Now we talk to oh, now the gloves are off.
That's the Armalite AR-50. Single shot, bolt, simple. As always, I've gone to the trouble of grinding down the serial number.
Looks like a hernia with a scope on it.
SR-25 match rifle. Eugene Stoner designed semi-auto. That's about 11 pounds there.
I've heard they're prone to jam.
It's been known to happen in the field, but there's not a semi-auto built can boast it never jams. The M40. Tried and true, battle-tested. You seem to know this one.
You could say that.
It's fiberglass instead of wood.
Good. Wood. Warped like hell. You get it wet, you put it in the sun, gone.
Well, if these aren't to your liking, I could get my hands on a few more.
I've changed my mind. I don't need anything at this time. For your trouble?
Oh, it's no trouble. I make my living on repeat business.
Very respectable. And he knows his guns and what to do. Jimmy has been there all
You're
night.
still here.
Like I said, Jimmy has the patience of a saint. That man sat in that chair all night waiting for this conversation. Did not wake Chuck through anything.
Did you get any sleep?
Enough. How are you feeling?
Like, it's obviously anxiety inducing for him to have this conversation.
I could
He
use
still
some
did.
tea.
He still sat there
Thanks.
waiting for when it was appropriate for Chuck. He's a really good brother.
You scared me last night.
Sometimes I overdo it, and that's all.
Going into the office really takes it out of you, doesn't it? So many important things for you to do there, like, you know, stick it to Kim Wexler.
What did I do to Kim Wexler? I didn't do anything to Kim. Management of personnel, those decisions are all Howard's.
When Howard was making his management decisions, was he sitting on your knee with your arm up his ass?
He's a little puppet.
And if Howard were my puppet, he certainly wouldn't have recommended you to Davis in Maine.
If you're mad at me, take it out on me.
How else could he take it out on you other than taking it out on Kim?
I know you like to think the world revolves around you, Jimmy, but this has nothing to do with you. She should have been looking out for her firm's interests.
You can't be pissed off at her about this.
I'm not. Howard is.
She didn't know. She didn't know I hadn't gotten it approved. She didn't know. So she didn't know there was anything she was supposed to tell Howard.
You told her?
I implied it, so it's on me.
Yup. See what you did there? So they really did think she was an accomplice.
She didn't say anything to us about that.
She wouldn't want to make me look bad.
She knows you. She should have known better.
You are such an asshole.
Why? Pointing out that her one mistake was believing in you?
Oh my god, Chuck, what the hell hell's wrong with you?
That's your problem, Jimmy, thinking the ends justify the means. You broke the rules. You turned Kim into your accessory. You embarrassed Howard, who inexplicably vouched for you with Cliff Maine. You want perspective? I'll give you mine. You're my brother. And I love you, but you're like an alcoholic who refuses to admit he's got a problem.
Why do I feel like he's gaslighting him?
What can I do to put Kim back where she belongs, huh? You want me to quit Davis and Maine? That's fine. I never wanted that job in the first place.
Can't get through to you.
You want me to quit being a lawyer?
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say it, but that's what you want, right?
I didn't say that, and I would never say that. If I were impeding the career of one of my employees for the purpose of compelling you to do something against your will, that would be extortion.
So, I'm not gonna tell anyone. It's real easy. No more Jimmy McGill Esquire. Poof! Like he never even existed.
Wow.
But I need to hear the words come out of your mouth.
You want me to commit a felony because you want to believe that deep down I'm some hypocrite.
I literally cannot handle this.
Roll around in the dirt with me. All your dreams will come true. Go on, do it.
I am not the bad guy here. You don't want to be a lawyer. That's between you and the New Mexico State Bar. It's an hour's drive to Santa Fe. Even if you leave right now, you're still going to be at least 20 minutes late for work.
I cannot believe Chuck and just how he treats Jimmy. He showed his dedication to you, and this is how you repay him? You just insult him? Granted, that was not good for Jimmy to do on his part. He outright said extort me, all that stuff.
I'm not gonna do it. No amount of money makes this a good idea. For you.
My real problem was that.
Tuco.
It's not Tuco.
Oh.
It's keeping a secret.
I thought it was Tuco.
A dead Tuco draws Salamancas like flies. You don't need him dead. You need him to go away.
And if I call the cops, I get picked up too. I'm what you call a known associate, so I'm locked up with Tuco.
You won't have to talk to the cops. There's no killing but your Tuco problem. It goes away.
Oh, I know that shirt already. We already know Tuco's here. Look at his funky shirts. I love Tuco so much. He's like out of his mind. I don't love him because he's like actually crazy, unhinged, and a murderer. But his character is so entertaining and just different than what we are used to. He's just so unhinged that every moment is exciting with him. You could not predict a single thought that is going on in his head. All right, are we doing the stare? Are we doing the staring contest, the lie detector?
It's all there. Shh. We're good. Till next time, huh?
Oh my god. I'm so spooked just looking at him.
Tuco.
I am uncomfortable.
Okay.
He looked
I'll see you next
sad
week,
in
Tuco.
1 second. The next second he looked angry.
Natural.
Yeah, see you, Domingo. He's hustling.
I would like to report a fight going on at the El Machicana restaurant in the 5000 block of Isleta Boulevard. I don't want to get involved.
Fuck!
Oh my god, no! Not Tuco's car.
Just hit my car.
That's what he's hoping to happen. And the cops apprehend Tuco.
Hey.
For the pollo, por favor. That's the go.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you, Gramps. You just hit my car. You see that car that you parked your piece of shit next to? That's mine. You just ran into it.
I don't think I did.
I saw it too. You can stand here and deny it?
But if I did, I apologize.
Is he gonna react badly?
Don't you walk away from me.
Just keep things friendly, all
I
right?
ain't your friend. You see that? You did that.
Oh my god. Oh no.
You're not leaving until you do.
Fine.
A pen.
A pen.
The fact that he's challenging Tuco like this is wild.
Cash.
If you're not going through insurance, then I have maybe 20, 30 bucks on me, that's all.
I saw your wallet. You got plenty in
He
there.
flashed it on purpose.
Take it out.
That's why he paid. Okay.
I just cashed my Social Security check. It's all I have till the end of the month, and I am not giving it to you.
Oh, come on, guys.
I love Mike so much.
I'm not giving you a damn thing.
Nice. Nice. Let's go, Mike.
Give me your wallet.
Let's just stay calm here.
He's stalling.
Wallet. It's like 400 here. Your life worth 400 bucks?
Hey, Tuco, time to bounce. Yeah, go.
One lucky old man. What the hell? Let go! Let go! Oh. Let go!
Oh, he made sure to grab it.
Let go!
Okay, so Mike got beat up from Tuco, so it wasn't because he did the murder. It was just a different way of doing it, and that explains carrots on the face and getting Tuco arrested.
Hands up! Hands up! That all you got?
Oh my god. The fact that he's testing Tuco like that, he's out of his mind. That was crazy. The guts to stand up to Tuco.
Look at you.
Idea worked, didn't I?
Are you gonna have to testify?
The cops witnessed him in the commission of a felony. My wallet in his pocket, add the gun, he gets a 5 to 10 stretch.
25. Definitely earned it. You could have gotten twice as much for 1/10 the hassle. Just saying you went a long way to not pull that trigger. Why?
Imagine if he did kill Tuco. Imagine how different even the Breaking Bad story would be. We had just gotten rid of Tuco here and now. This is a really cool shot. I love that. That was pretty cool, actually. I feel like this episode did a really good job of showing how hard Mike is trying to stay strong to his moral compass and trying his best to not really harm anyone like that. It says so much about Mike. I feel like Tuco is one of the most interesting characters in the Breaking Bad Better Call Saul universe because he is so horribly unhinged and erratic. So I really like that how this episode depicted Mike, and the rest of it was with Jimmy and Chuck. I just cannot believe that that Chuck is treating Jimmy that way. Jimmy really does try. He's willing to put his entire career on the line just for Kim to go back. And I don't know, I just like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you thought that like I was correct, or do you agree with my opinion? Does your opinion differ? What else did you notice? Please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.